Hi everyone. Next, we're going to take a look at how to use the add-on within Google Slides. Again, this add-on can only be used within Google Slides. In order to access it, you will need to make sure that you go back to your add-ons button, you go to Pear Deck for Google Slides, and you click on Open Pear Deck Add-on. Once you do that, your add-on will open over here on the right-hand side. You have several different options of how to use the Pear Deck slides. One of the wonderful things about Pear Deck is that it includes this large template library. So we're going to start there. I'm going to click on the template library, and once you go into our template library, you have various categories of slide templates that you can use within your slideshow presentation. I would not get too hung up on where it says beginning of lesson, during lesson, end of lesson. You can choose where you want to use these different slides. Underneath that, you have some other category-specific slides and content-specific slides. So you have critical thinking slides, SEL slides, you have some example questions, and then you have some categories that are specific for different subject areas. They actually just today came out with PE, music, art, and drama templates, and I will show you how to access those as well because they do not live on this page right now. I'm hoping that there will be an update to this add-on where they will include them, but I will show you how to access them. So you just need to go into any of the categories. So I'm just going to start in the during lesson category. Once you're here, you will see a small little screenshot of the slide template. You can scroll through and you can see the different slide templates that are available for you to use. I would suggest that when you're looking at the slide templates, that you look at what the slide layout is. So I can see on this slide that it's a one question sentence here in the middle. There's a picture, and then what is key really is to look under that slide and it'll tell you what type of response is required of the students when they will interact with this question type when you are presenting this with your students. So this first slide, for example, is going to ask the students to respond via text. So you would post some sort of question, and then your students would respond to that question with a text response. That is, this next one is a multiple choice slide. So here you would again post some sort of question for your students, and students would be able to respond by selecting a choice. Other question types include draggable slides, so students can drag their dot, or there's other icons that can be used as well to the appropriate spot on the slide. You have drawing slides. So drawing slides will allow students to have a drawing toolbar on the screen, and they will be able to use that toolbar to draw and illustrate their response. The drawing slide does actually allow for text responses as well. So if you wanted students to be able to have both drawing and text options, then I would go ahead with that drawing slide. So you can scroll through and you can see the different options of different types of questions and slide templates that are here. The instruction slide, those slides do not include an interactive question. They are simply providing content or instructions for the students. So once you kind of see one that you like, I'm just going to go ahead and click on this first one. You click on it and give it a second or two, and it will automatically be inputted onto your slideshow. You will notice over here on the left-hand side, it does not add the slide on top of a previously existing slide. So my first slide, which is just a blank slide, is still there. I can certainly delete that or add any information here that I want. So if I wanted to just add information here, maybe I'm just putting a title slide. You can add whatever information you want into your slideshow as well. You don't have to have every slide in your slideshow be a Pear Deck slide. So you can add Pear Deck slides if you want. You can have just slides that are simply content or instruction slides as well with no Pear Deck question attached to them. So this first slide is simply that. It's just a title slide. My second slide then is where I added that Pear Deck slide. So once I clicked on it, it adds it onto my Google Slideshow presentation, and now it's completely editable. So I can click where it says summarize what you've just learned. That's a text box. So I can click into that text box and I can actually delete what's there and I can type whatever I'd want to type. Tell me about your favorite character in the book. So you can type whatever question that you want there for your students to be able to respond to. You know that this is a Pear Deck interactive slide because across the bottom of the slide, it will give some directions. Students, write your response, and it'll say here on the right, Pear Deck interactive slide, do not remove this bar. So this bar here down at the bottom is what makes it interactive for the students. So right now we are just in the teacher side, the teacher building of the slideshow. We will get later to see what this looks like on the student end. So your first step, of course, is to build your lesson for your students, build your slideshow for your students. So you can continue going through the slides and the templates that are available and add them to your presentation. So if I want to look into the critical thinking slides and I can see the options that are there, if there's none that I like there, I can always go back and I can look at some other options. Let's see what's in the littles category. These are specifically for students in K2. So I can select this first slide. This is a drawing slide. Again, give it a moment and it will be added automatically to your slideshow. And then once it's here, again, it's completely editable. So if I wanted to change the text that's here, I can go ahead and do that. If you wanted to add different pictures here, you can certainly find a different image just by going up to your slideshow insert tab, image, and then you can upload from your computer, you can search the web, or if you have them saved somewhere else, you can add new images to your slideshow. Again, you just go ahead and go through and build your slideshow. I can add a new slide, clicking the plus sign over here, adds a new slide. This is not a Pear Deck slide, and I know that because it doesn't have that bar. Remember that bar across the bottom? Tells me that it's a Pear Deck interactive slide. So here again, I could just, if I wanted to, just add text for instructions for the students. So you don't have to have every slide within your slideshow a Pear Deck powered slide.